Bangui, come on! Happy World Gorilla Day from here at the Gorilla Rainforest in Dublin Zoo. Our 6 gorillas are here behind us. These are Western lowland gorillas. That's the gorilla species you see in most zoos. They're a species of ape, so they're not a monkey. They're from Central Africa and they usually live in troops of anything between 5 and 30. So gorillas are one of our closest relatives. The chimpanzee and bonobo are our closest relatives. And gorillas, all the different 4 species, they share about 98.3% of the same genes as us. They're herbivores and a bit of frugivores as well, which basically means they're vegetarian. The food we feed here in Dublin Zoo is mostly vegetables, so it's low in sugar and high in fibre, just like the fruit they'd eat in the wild. The old myth of them liking bananas, they do like bananas, but that they're not a good food for them. So that's why we give them more vegetables. The bananas, oranges, apples, things like that, they're full of sugar. They especially love the, foods like red peppers, sweet corns, they really like them. When this area was designed, it was designed to be inspired by nature, to copy as much as possible the rainforest home of the gorillas in Central Africa. So having this kind of marshland on the side was designed to copy the habitats that they live in Central Africa. So Bangui came to us from Zulu Palmera when he was just 8 years old. He was a black back then, so he hadn't matured into a silverback. Now he's a mature silverback, he's 16. He's kind of at the very early stages of his peak period when he's fully grown. Some silverbacks become dominant silverbacks, so not all silverbacks have a troop. In fact, more than half of silverbacks wouldn't have a troop. So only the best silverbacks get to have a troop, have females with them. If the females are happy with what's going on, they'll stay in the troop, they'll become pregnant, they'll have babies. But if they find that after a while they're not too impressed with what's going on in the troop, or they're not happy, they can wait for another male to come along and move on that troop. He has fathered 2 offspring here in this zoo, and he's also fathered offspring in his previous zoo in the Palmera as well. Western lowland gorillas are a critically endangered species, which means their chances of extinction is unfortunately getting higher every year. One of the biggest threats that gorillas face in the wild is mining and deforestation. So basically their forest home is chopped down, the ground is mined for elements like cobalt and coltan, and that's basically underneath their forest home. And it's used in things like mobile phones, laptops, iPads. So if you have those items, when you're finished with them, please do recycle them. There's lots of companies and charities that love to get their hands on them, and that would hopefully help them in the wild and reduce the demand for those ingredients in their forest home. So happy World Gorilla Day. Please do come along to Dublin Zoo and visit our wonderful troop of Western lowland gorillas, and we'll see you there.